Will I ever have that chance? If I didn't make my own opportunity. Drag Race, however it's big, there is something bigger than that. Although I have a vision of where I want to go, I'm not planning anything. Parang for me talaga, age is just a number. When I was young, I was living a very uncomfortable life.
So what's next for Tita Baby?
Fear will always be there.
Exactly.
Diba? So, Lavarn.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Evangelism. And our guest for today, sabi ko nga, ang pinakamalaki ang natipid sa lahat. Siya yung pinakamalaki ang discount sa lahat ng drag queen sa Pilipinas. At nakakapag-park siya sa mga PWD na parking. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, your Tita Baby!
Hello.
Pare.
Mwah.
Come
Thank
on.
you for having me.
Thank you. Finally.
Finally nga.
Siyempre, parang people have been looking forward to us having this episode.
Yeah.
Feeling ko, they just know na parang it's a different conversation between Tita Baby and Eva. No?
Kasi usapan ng mga sakit sa
Matatanda.
katawan.
Magmamaning mga tao. So how are you? How are you today when you came in?
I'm actually looking forward to, having this conversation with you. And yun na nga, kasi di ba matagal-tagal na to, yung mga nakakailang beses tayo nagsischedule, parang siya matuloy-tuloy eh.
Correct.
Di ba? Dahil lang, you're booked and blessed. I'm booked and blessed.
Yes.
Thank you for that. I'm happy to be here and I love the place, what you did to the place.
Thank you, Mare.
I love it.
Ako nag-prune nito.
Kaya pala amoy
Sebo.
I'm happy to be here. Siyempre medyo, I think lahat ng bading, no? Because it's the first week of July.
Right.
So I think lahat ng bading, lahat ng drag queen, medyo under the weather ng konti.
Correct.
Dahil malat-malat ang tita, no? Kaho-host yan eh.
Wow. Yes, at the time of filming for our viewers, kakatapos lamang po ng Pride Month sa amin. At
True.
tama, kanina pinag-uusapan lang namin na parang, alam ng katawan mo, no, kapag time na niyang magkasakit. So, yes! Kasi ako din I just recently had my medical. Naku, usapang may edad na nga. Kakatapos lang ng medical ko. In fairness, medyo mataas na yung uric acid ko, Mare.
Iwas,
Iwas. Pero,
chicharong bulaklak.
mga papaitan. Pero everything else naman is normal. Ikaw, kamusta ang medical
I'm
mo?
good. I just had my cardiovascular checkup, which is a yearly thing with me and my family.
Okay.
Kasi yung buong pamilya ko, actually mataas ang cholesterol, diabetic, at saka sa mother side naman, cancer ang mga sakit-sakit. Okay naman ako. Wala akong issue. Hindi pa ako nagpa-maintenance.
Ay, I love
Ang maintenance ko lang skin.
Tama. Nivea. Luminous 630. Balik tayo sa drag. Baka isipin ng mga nanonood. Salamat, doktong napanood nila. What is life like for you before drag?
I think this is not a mystery, pero to expound on it, I've been in the corporate world for half my life practically since I graduated back in 2000.
2000 ka ba? Gumraduate?
Millennium ako.
Ng college?
Yes, 2000. So since then, nag-start na ako mag-work. Actually, even before, nag-work na ako. So, yun. Tapos, I've lived different lives as a professional. So I started with activation in marketing communication and then advertising. I'm a creative in advertising industry. Tapos I started my own restaurant after.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nagluluto ka? Ikaw yung nagluluto nun?
Ay, hindi. Ako lang nagsasabi. Masarap. Ako lang nagtititikim.
Tama.
Masarap. Kulang sa butter. That was short-lived kasi, I learn every time I do something.
Correct.
Parang, so to run a business, you cannot be like just dependent on the expertise of others to run a business.
Correct.
You have to know the ins and out of the business. You don't have to cook. Kung gusto mo mag-restaurant, di naman kailangan ko yung nagluluto. But you have to learn the science and the art of the kitchen. Di ka pwede mag-drive ng kotse, hindi ka marunong magmaneho.
Tama.
So after that, I went back to my first career, which was in advertising. I put up my own agency. Yon. So, almost a decade yon. And then, napundi na ako. Parang, oh my God, pagod na ako. Ano pang gagawin ko sa buhay ko? And then, I got sick at around 39. I was in the hospital for 10 days.
Because?
Nobody knew. And parang, ang daming nangyari sa akin noon. I had a tendonitis on my left foot. I had a broken finger. Tapos I had, nung time na hindi pa nila alam, pero pneumonia pala yun. So I was there for 10 days. You know, I asked myself, if I die soon, do I have anything to show for it? Wala. Kasi parang everything I lived, the lives before that,
right,
parang it was for somebody else. So sabi ko, gagawa ako ng something na just for myself. Which was drag. Doon ako nagsimula mag-drag. Parang wala akong kailangan approve. Wala akong kailangan, di ba? Di ba
very
magpa-approve?
client,
Yes.
na parang client, consumers, business. Because when you're in a part of a corporate rat race, di ba? Parang lahat nga, you always answer to someone and your problems are always somebody else's problem.
True.
Problema ng kliyente, problema ng consumers. When you do freelancing such as drag, problemahin mo lang kung maganda ba ako? Gusto ko ba to? Alam ko na ba yung words? Alam mo yun? Na parang yung kayod mo para sa sarili mo eh. And that's what I always love. Hindi naman sa sinasabi kong i-let go nyo yung mga trabaho ninyo. At
I think ano rin yan eh. Alam mo yung calling?
Yeah.
It's a calling eh. So if you're like someone who is called to in the private sector, just so happens, I guess your calling and mine are different.
Right. Tsaka meron ako mga nakatrabaho na ang galing talaga nila sa ganun trabaho.
Oo. As in, may nag-reach out sa akin, sabi niya if I want to do a speaking engagement. So, kinonect niya ako dun sa tao who is managing the whole event.
Right.
Ay, girl, taas-taas ang executive level na corporate. And I was thinking, may mga, katulad nun, may mga taong ganon who really succeeds in the corporate system. If I stayed in the corporate world ba, would I have been there also o hindi?
Lalo na sa atin, no? Tayo kasi galing tayo sa mundong yun eh. Tapos iniwanan natin siya. Sometimes, every now and then, meron ding parallel universe na pumapasok sa utak ko na parang, what if I'm still there? Diba? Partner na kaya ako sa firm? Nakapangalan na kaya sa akin? So I always revert back na parang, I think at the time na nagtatrabaho ako sa corporate, my definition of success was different.
Yes.
Ang definition ko ng success is, mas external yung definition ng success ko nun eh. How valuable are you to the company? Pero ngayon kasi, ang definition ko talaga ng success is my capacity to afford my options in my own time.
True.
The ownership of my time.
True.
Grabe siya. Di ko sa mako-compromise. Talagang non-nego sa akin yun. Oras ko akin, yung offs ko, yung the days that I choose to work are days that I choose to work. I own it. I own my time. Yun yung success.
You have the freedom and the freedom to choose, the freedom to spend your time as you want it.
Correct.
Pero there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that, ha? Kasi pag nasa corporate ka, di ba parang, okay, alas 7 nagising na, kailangan pumasok alas 9.
Correct.
Kahit inaantok ka, nagmamaneho ka, papunta sa opisina.
Parang autopilot.
Diba? Ngayon parang, ano gagawin ko ngayon? Meron akong mag-shoot tayo ng evangelism. Hindi pwede.
Correct.
Di ba? Ikaw na ngayon ang nagdidikta sa sarili mo.
Correct.
Which is a responsibility.
And it comes
Kapalit
with
ng freedom yun.
Correct. That freedom also comes with discipline. Kasi hindi pwedeng procrastinator ka.
No.
Kasi madaling humilata. Kumbaga, walang pumipigil sa'yo kung gusto mong humilata. And not get things done.
Totoo yun.
Diba? So, sa mga gustong umalis sa corporate world at mag-freelance, it's a business model in a sense na the science, the structure, the discipline that is required to run a business as you do on a corporate world, pareho lang.
True.
Meron ka pa rin deliverables.
True.
Sa customers mo, sa mga audience mo, may deliverables ka pa rin sa brands, campaigns. Ikaw nga lang nagpa-pressure sa sarili mo here and there. Kumbaga, it also comes with a responsibility to do just as much. meron ka pa rin namang problema kahit freelancer ka.
Correct.
Hindi naman nawawala yung problema. Problems don't go away. It's just so happened that these are the problems that
You choose.
I choose.
Alam mo, I was reading a article the other day about choosing your hard. So, hard. Oo. So, alam natin gano'ng hard natin gusto, di ba?
Correct. Very hard.
Choosing your hard.
Choosing your hard,
Kasi anything you do in life, there will always be something that's difficult.
Exactly.
Diba, if you choose to work in an office, may difficulty doon. Which is different from the difficulty of doing freelance work, diba? But you choose which one you're willing to do.
Tama. Parang yung book ni Mark Manson, yung The Subtle Art of Not Giving a
I love that book.
Akala mo, noong una kong binabasa yun, hindi ko siya matapos-tapos. Kasi parang feeling ko sinisigawan ako ni libro. Na parang,
kasi you gave up too much ba?
Maybe at the time na binabasa ko siya noon. But then I realized nung natapos ko siya na Subtle Art of Not Giving a doesn't mean that you don't give a at all to anything. In fact, it's about choosing the that you give so much passion and care about that you don't give a about anything else.
Correct.
Na parang you work so hard for your family, you don't give a kung mapapagod ka kasi importante itong bagay ito. Find that one thing that is so important to you that you don't give a about everything else.
True. Hindi yung lahat na lang ng bagay you give a
Oo.
Diba? Ultimo issue ng iba. Yung drug ng iba.
Ay! O yung show na hindi mo napanood. Yung show na wala ka naman doon, tapos may comment ka.
May side comment ka.
Well, such is the world that we live in.
True.
Diba? So, take us back, Tita Baby. I'm sure you've told about this, pero sa dinami-dami ng characters to go there, bakit kay Tita Baby ka napunta?
Okay.
Paano nabuo si Tita Baby?
Yung Tita Baby na yan, okay, growing up, marami akong Tita Baby. As in, iba-ibang tao yon. And I thought, mga 7, na iba-ibang apelido.
Feeling
diba?
ko lahat ng Pilipino merong isang kamag-anak na Tita Baby or kakilala eh.
Oo, kung hindi, kasi syempre mas matanda na ako, so tita ko siya. Pero kung yung mga Gen Z tsaka millennials, baka lola nyo yun.
Lola Baby na yun sa kanila.
Pero
or Lolo Boy.
Oo.
Kasi typical, may mga ganyan eh. Si Tita Baby, Lolo Boy, at kaibigang Michael.
So yun, so growing up, akala ko ako lang yung may Tita Baby na madami. So among me and my friends, naging parang inside joke siya na parang may Tita Baby na maraming Tita Baby. Tapos di sila magkakakilala. Di ba iba-ibang tao yon? Sa census, parang ang daming baby ang first name pero iba-ibang apelido. Tapos meron silang certain character. Alam mo namang Pinoy na tita, pakialam meron, taba-taba mo na, di ba? Totoo yun. Kailan kayo kakasal? Parang, kailan kayo magkakaanak? Di ba yun? Pakialam merong ganon. So, nung nasa corporate world ako, nag-switch on yung character na yun pag gusto ko magpatawa or magmaldita dun sa mga katrabaho ko to create a light mood. So, may Tita Baby na character na dati pa. In my head, kinukonsume nung mga kasama ko sa opisina. Natatawa sila pag nagmamaldita ako.
Yun yung improv character mo. Pag
pag kunyari parang, di ba pag pagod ka na, minsan doon lumalabas yung energy mo kasi nilalabanan mo na lang yung pagod. So lumalabas si Tita Baby doon. Tapos natawa lang sila kasi alam naman nilang parang it's a parody.
Correct.
So binalikan ko lang yun when I decided to do drag. And aside from that, pag tinanggal mo kasi yung drag, sa totoo lang, tsahin na rin naman ako eh. Alam mo yun? Parang part of me is brought up by boomers.
Totoo.
Diba?
Yes.
A strong part of my culture brought up by boomers because my parents are boomers. So, andun yung strong culture ng mga boomers kay Tita Baby. Pero now, of course, hindi ko naman siya, because I'm more aware than the previous generation, ginagamit ko lang siya as a, something that we make fun of. Pero I don't apply the toxic
real
behaviors.
Yeah, kumbaga parang
diba? I'm mindful not to apply that in my own life.
Ano nga siya, material nga siya for Tita Baby. Hindi siya isinasabuhay.
Oo, material lang siya.
Alam mo, I don't know tong classification ng mga generations eh. You are Gen
X.
I
was born 1978. It's a very small year.
Okay.
Parang from 78 to 85, parang ganun lang.
Okay.
Tapos prior to that, boomers.
Okay.
Boomers, Gen X, tapos Gen Y, millennials, ang Gen Y. Ang millennials, may old millennials, may young millennials, di ba?
Okay.
Tapos Gen Z.
Gen Z is 2000s?
Yung mga nagtatrabaho ngayon, yung mga bagong pasok sa opisina, Gen Z na sila. Ay,
yung
mga pag-graduate ng college.
Ngayon. Sa mga 2000s. Gen Z.
Oo, Gen Z. Mga 2000.
2000s.
Tapos, meron ng Gen Alpha. Meron ng Alpha, yung mga bata. Yung mga hindi mo na matanggal-tanggal sa iPad. May pamangkin ka bang bagets?
Meron.
Na pag kunyari nakikita mo siya sa iPad, tapos pag kinamusta mo, hi!
Yes.
Hello, hindi ka niya titignan. Sa iPad lang. Tapos pag tinatanong mo, how are you? Hindi ka niya papansinin. May karakteristik ang Gen Alpha. So, yun ang generations.
Parang yung nanay at tatay ko, bumalik sila sa Generation Alpha.
Hindi ka pinapansin.
Ganyan na sila. Nung binila namin ang iPad, no, yung nanay at tatay ko. Pag nandun ako sa bahay, hello, nagkukulay sila. Yung kinukulay-kulay yan.
Nanay ko naman, share ng kung ano-ano. Sabi ko, fake news yan.
Ako one time, naloka sa nanay ko na parang, bakit lumalabas sa akin ng mga picture ni Mama Mary? Nakita ko, nag-comment, Amen. Tapos yung pangalan ng nanay ko, yung mga nabibiktima parang, type Amen for to get blessings. Kinemin. Ba't lumalabas to sa feed ko?
Mga one notch lower nang naman sa scam, ano?
Totoo. Nakakatawa ngayon kulay-kulay yung nanay ko. Parang bumalik nga sila sa generation.
So ikaw, anong gen ka? Gen...
Why? Yung after. Kasi
millennial ka na.
I think, yung 87 eh.
Millennial ka na.
Millennial na.
O the older millennial.
Paano mo nalaman yung mga gantong bagay, Tita B? Is it an advertising thing?
Yes. Sa advertising kasi, may tinatawag kaming psychographic demographic. We segregate people depending on how they behave and their parang social status. Diba? The way they think and the way they behave. So, doon ko nalaman, ganun pala yun. Ang mga boomers, meron silang sariling characteristics. Ang mga Gen X, ang characteristic basically namin is, we were born ng walang internet.
Correct.
Tapos, we experienced the first burst of the internet.
Right.
Tapos, meron siyang behaviors depending on your generation.
Yeah, and I think the advertising approaches nga, kung nasa ahensya ka, will also understand kung itong product mo ba is more appealing to a Gen Z, millennial, or ano nga. Do you apply that to Tita Baby? Like
sometimes, yes. I always ask my clients kung sino yung audience. If I'm going to perform, it determines kung anong song gagamitin ko, kung something na, ay, naku, kung matatanda to, sige, mag-Celeste Legazpi tayo. Di ba? Magpilita tayo, ganyan. Pero pag mga bagets-bagets, syempre kailangan mas classic yung mga Whitney, ganyan, Mariah, or yung mga bagets ng kanta, mga Taylor Swift, no?
Mga Cocomelon.
So yun, and also yung language that I use when I host, the jokes that I punch, depends on the audience. So doon ko ina-apply yung natutunan ko sa advertising.
Tama. Let's talk about the drag, Tita Baby. Prior to Drag Race, parang naalala ko, there was a time nung panahon ng pandemic that we wanted to do a content.
Oh, yes!
The Tita Cinematic Universe.
Yes! Tatlo tayo noon.
Yeah, you, me, and Didi Holiday. Kasi I was inspired by one YouTube content you had. Yung nagde-deliver ka lang ata nun sa BGC ng something. Tapos nayaya ka mag-inom. Tapos yung content niya, yung nalasing ka, tapos nasa bar ka ng BGC as Tita Baby, tapos nagmamap ka dun sa loob ng bar, nakikipag-inuman ka sa mga bata. Ganun yung mga contents mo nun. Oo! Sobrang benta sa akin noon. What were you thinking when you were putting out that content?
When I started Tita Baby in drag already, which was like 8 years ago, di ba?
Yeah.
Just before the pandemic, I was thinking, would it be funny kung may tita na matanda tapos ang lifestyle niya pang bagets?
Oo.
Akala niya bagets pa rin siya. Yung parang gano'n.
In her head.
Ine-explore niya ang mundo ng bagets. Ano na ba ang mga gimmickan ngayon? Diba? Sanay siya sa Bingo Bonanza.
Correct.
So punta siya ng BGC. In-explore niya yon.
Oo.
Meron akong friend who was a DJ in that bar. Who, got me like in without issues allowed me to film and all that. So, yeah, I had fun doing that. And I think, umabot pala siya sa'yo. And yun.
Oo, yun
It's still there.
Yun yung mga first, saka meron kang content dati sa TikTok, yung nagkukwento ka lang hanggang sa nalasing ka, kung saan na napunta yung kwento.
Nagbabasa ako ng storybook.
Nagbabasa ka ng
Ng
storybook.
children's book, di ba? Habang umiinom.
Yes.
Bawal na kasi ngayon uminom.
Oh, bawal na kasi uminom
So, umiinom ako, tapos kunokomentan ko lang yung mga, kunyari, Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail of water. Nalaglag si Jack, sumunod si Jill. Tanga-tanga kasi kayo
Tapos
diba?
Build mo na yung...
Oo, tapos kumo-comment lang ako dun sa nangyayari. May mga story ako noon. Kunyari si Jack and the Beanstalk. Yun, di ba na parang, ay, may giant. Ba't ka umakit ng beanstalk? Tapos ngayon namumroblema ka.
Paano ka bababa?
Oo. Yung mga gano'n, syempre, medyo may tama na ako nun. So, pinagagalitan ko yung...
Oo, alam mo.
Yeah. Sa YouTube, andun yun.
Na-discover ka namin ni Vinyas. Noon, this was pre-Drag Race pa, panahon ng pandemic. Kasi, alam ko si Vinyas nagsabi sa akin, sis, panoorin mo, nakakatawa siya, ate. Kasi, inom lang siya, tapos, magbabasa lang siya ng kung ano-ano, tapos kung saan siya napupunta.
Oo. Alam mo, I miss doing those content that's just purely freedom.
Right?
Diba? Walang, your platforms don't flag you.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as cancel culture yet.
Yeah.
Wala pang drag race noon. So parang,
correct.
So parang yung mga netizens na nanonood, wala silang unbelievable standards of what drag queen should be.
Oo. They just enjoy exactly what's in front of them.
Yeah. So, now that we're talking about it, I just realized I was a content creator before I was a drag queen.
Yeah.
No? That was what I really was, a content creator. I was creating content.
Kasi,
oh my God, napanood nyo yun? Nakakahiya naman, Diyos ko. Tapos, so nag-reach out ka, and you know what? Kayo ikaw, si Didi, si Vinyas, I'm very familiar with you. Because, back in my corporate life, I would go out to Nectar, to Obar, to Malate, to ano. I've been exposed to drag queens. Napanood ko na sila Precious.
Wow.
To perform.
So, nung dati, sinong bias mong drag
si Precious.
Precious ka talaga.
Kasi, from afar, oh my God, kamukha niya talaga si Beyonce. Oh my God, kamukha niya talaga si Regine. Diba? So, pag nagpa-perform siya, nagagalingan ako.
Galing
tapos,
talaga.
Part of me, feeling ko kaya ko to
Diba?
Naisip ko.
It always starts there
parang feeling ko kaya ko to. Tapos I had a dream na sabi ko, sa Obar, dito na sa Ortigas yung malaki na. Kasi yung Obar before, no?
Yung merong Malate, merong harap yung harap lang ng Home Depot dati.
Malate. I was in Obar, Malate.
Yung sa kanto ng top and bottom.
Tapos lalabas kami ng Obar.
Kayo yung Obar people. Kami kasi yung Mafia, Rainbow Project gays. Feeling ko na-cross na yung London
I'm sure.
Ano yung isa yung Bed. Yun yung mga crowd.
Yun ang home bar ko, Bed. Yun ako pupunta talaga. Tapos kasi diba ay, alas 3 na ng madaling araw, nawawala na yung mga tao. Lilipat na kami ng Obar.
So Obar yung pagpag.
Tapos may drag queens.
People wouldn't know na before Drag Race, we had this plan. So, yung Tita Cinematic Universe is starring me, Tita Baby, and Didi Holiday. Ang plano namin is gagawa kami ng YouTube series na we'll try to do things as titas in drag.
Parang explore.
Exploring the world. Parang Tita versus the universe. Titas versus the universe yung atake. So, pupunta kami ng Anytime Fitness. Magta-try kami ng mag-workout doon. Mag-shopping kami sa Green Hills. Magkakape kami sa Mary Grace.
Titikman natin kung anong pinakamasarap na mamunaihan.
Tama. Tapos magte-test tayo ng ano bang masarap na zesto talaga. Sino talaga ang best zesto? Kasi lagi naiiwan yung zesto grapes So assorted, talaga. Yung mga typical na problema ng mga tita. Parang gusto naming gawa ng content. Magko-commute kami, ganyan.
Bakit hindi natuloy, Eva? Yun ang tanong. Tinanong nyo. Tanongin nyo, bakit hindi natuloy?
Ay, may nakapasok sa bahay ni Kuya.
Oo. Bigla na lang, Siyempre ako excited
Oo.
na, di ba? Kasi parang, ay, napapansin ako ng drag community.
Oo.
First pumasok ang utak ko Parang, ay, napapanood ko lang sila dati ngayon. Kinakausap na nila ako. Ay, sige game, excited. Meron pa tayong mga spreadsheets,
May spreadsheets pa yon. Tapos meron kaming Zoom meeting na nakita ko si Tita Baby. Hala, yung pala yung tito.
Oo. Tapos, eto na.
Mm.
Hindi naman nagtagal, di ba? Nagme-message na ako. Ano na plano? Hindi na sumasagot si Bakla. Di ba? Hindi na sumasagot si Bakla. Sabi ko, ano nga? Sana nasa mabuti siya.
Ayun na, nagsimula na yung preparations ng Drag Race na. That was
True.
That was crazy. That was a crazy 3-4 weeks. Everything was a whirlwind.
Naisip ko na yon.
Na pumasok.
Sabi ko, nakapasok to sa Drag Race. Season 1.
Baka naman hindi pa huli. Baka naman, hindi.
Baka pwede pa.
Pwede pa. Tumatanggap kami. This time, branded content na nga lang siya.
Oo. Dati kasi parang for fun lang.
Oo, dati for the love lang Pero ngayon parang branded na siya. That would have been an epic series, no? Imagine.
Oo. Na-imagine mo.
Yung mga tita na parang, nag-iisaw kayo sa labas, pero
Tapos maka-cancel pa rin si Didi. Charot.
Kasi bring up yung relationship mo. Sa awayan niya kasi magtatawanan ko yung mga bata from, the Baklitas from Quezon. Actually, feeling ko mas okay na pag nandito na si Didi kasi parang, talakan na tayo. Sige. Parang Golden Girls na yung atake niya. Yung mga magtatarayan. Pero Didi, I hope you're doing great there sa LA, sa US. And we'll see you when we'll see you. Now, speaking of Drag Race, so of course, dumaan ng season 1, season 2. Yung mga first season 1 and 2 ba, nag-audition ka?
Nag-audition ako for season 2. Not for season 1. Because although everybody was pushing me to audition.
Yeah.
But deep inside, parang feeling ko I wasn't ready. And also, I wanted to see how it'll come out first.
Okay.
Diba? Kasi baka mamaya maganda pala.
Oo.
Maganda pala. Kung tsaka yun, nandun ako. Sabi ko, hintayin ko na lang. So, nung lumabas, nag-audition ako for season 2.
Okay. Do you get a call or...
Oo. I got a call for season 2.
Pero hindi na siya nag-proceed to the next
hindi na siya natapos. Hindi na siya nabuo.
Okay.
But, looking back, I was glad di ako natanggap sa season 2. Not because I'm shading season 2. Because I enjoyed my run in season 3. Ayun. Parang the universe gave me the spot for season 3 talaga.
Maybe that season 2 was an edging and parang is a bump from the universe na you're in the right track, baby.
True.
Parang, yes, don't give up, but you're there.
Pero alam mo, kahit naman pasok ng season 2, o kahit na mag-season 1, ako pa rin pinakamatanda. wala akong takas doon, no?
Tama.
Sa pinakamatanda.
Hindi naman. Ikaw din isa sa mga pinakamalaki.
One or the other.
Baka tayo ng mas matanda sa'yo. Pero pinakamalaki. I think sa'yo pa rin siya. Madali ka lang talagang makita sa camera.
Kaya ako nandun sa likod Diba? Sabi niya, doon ka tita, doon ka sa dulo. Kasi
wala nang ibang nakikita.
Manatakpan ko silang lahat.
So you audition for season 3.
Yeah.
And take us back. How did it feel like when did you send the exact same audition tape or in-update mo naman siya?
Updated yun. I had to do something very different from the first one I did
Would you recall kung ano kaya yung nakita nila sa audition tape that made them say yes?
Ang galing ko.
Ganon. Tama.
Ang galing ako. Parang, matanda siya pero kumikilos pa din. Charot. Hindi. I don't really know, But,
yeah.
Ikaw ba, do you know what they saw in you?
Ako, I vaguely have an idea.
Yeah.
Pero feeling ko, it's the way I speak.
Sige, if I'm going to guess, feeling ko it's the uniqueness of Tita Baby as opposed to what is prevalent.
Sa bagay, yung mga stunt, dance, mainstream pop girl.
And I used to be very insecure about that,
Right.
Kasi for me, I think, before I entered season 3, there's this voice behind, my inner saboteur would always tell me, parang, for you to become a drag queen, you have to be a Beyonce. Because ultimate performer yan eh.
Tama.
Di ba? Maganda, sexy, magaling sumayaw, ang ganda ng boses, tapos pasabog lagi ang
Correct.
performances, di ba? Parang,
Right.
you have to be like that to become a really good drag queen.
Right.
That voice behind my head, in my head, telling me na parang, you're just a token queen. You know, I was bringing that all the time. Pero ngayon, hindi na ganun ang tingin ko. Kung ako tatanungin mo, the more unique you are, the better your chances of succeeding in the race and in life.
Exactly.
Not just in the race.
Exactly. Oh my
Diba?
God.
Kasi may patunay na ako, nakita ko na eh. Na-experience ko na siya na ngayon eh.
Correct.
Diba?
Kasi I think yun yung maganda sa Drag Race din or being on TV. Siyempre, before Drag Race, ang sukatan lang talaga ng magaling na drag queen is your performative value.
Oo.
Kung magaling ka sa stage, yun yung sukatan na magaling. Talagang depende yan sa, yun nga, everyone is a mold of either a Beyonce or a Lady Gaga.
Oo.
Or basta dapat magaling ka, energy, ganyan. You need to be able to attract as much attention as you can. Yun ang sukatan ng magaling na drag queen doon. But when you're on reality TV, people get to realize that there's a more holistic way of appreciating drag and the person doing the drag.
Totoo yun.
And what sets you really apart is the personality. If it's the same song, paano yung atake ni Tita Baby sa
binabali
ganito?
niya, di ba? Paano niya babaliin?
And there's just such beauty in it. And tama, chances are, I felt that so much, both in the club scene, in Drag Race, but then when natapos yung Drag Race, it's like, tama ka. Talagang you'll shine in your own light.
And you don't have to be a drag queen and you don't have to be in Drag Race to actually live that. You know what I mean? Kasi baka isipin ng mga tao parang, do I have to be in Drag Race? Or do I have to be a drag queen? What if I'm not a drag? It's not that. I think I mentioned this in one of my talks, no? The closer you are to who you really, your truth, the more successful you'll be.
Totoo.
So you don't have to be a drag queen if you're not.
Totoo.
Diba? Figure out who you are, live that, defend it, protect
Exactly.
it, dream for it, and then, thrive in it.
Totoo. Alam mo, Oprah always says that na when your purpose aligns with your personality, that is what makes you a successful person talaga. Na parang the more that you lean towards what's real to you. Pero kasi siya hindi siya makukuha ng isang pakinig ng podcast, isang meditation here and there. It's a lot of inner work.
Oo, biruin mo ako, Eva. I realized that when I was 40. Ikaw 48 ka na, di ba?
Tama.
48 ka na na-realize mo. No, I realized that when I was 40. So parang it takes a lifetime to really figure out who you are.
Exactly.
Di ba? Si Drag Race was just like, for me, the cherry on top.
Talaga. For me, Drag Race was the door for me to appreciate that. For me, para maniwala ako sa sarili ko, kailangan convinced ako.
Gets ko yan.
I am a very cerebral person.
Gets ko yan.
Mayroon akong thoughts sa sarili kong thoughts. So, hindi ako basta-basta na-eme. Kasi ayoko nung delulu ako.
Get ko yan.
So,
you have to believe it eh.
Yeah.
Diba?
So, you need to earn that self-worth.
Yes.
One right decision at a time. One
Totoo yan.
milestone in your life at a time. When you navigate through life, puro mga voices yung maririnig. Lalo na pag pumingin ka sa social media mo, you are bombarded with the success ng ibang tao, narating ni ganito yung ganyan, yung ganyan. You can't help but compare yourself every now and then.
You will.
But there will come a time wherein the more that you you lean towards your own personality, you make the right choices. And then that right choices bring you the rewards. And then the reality is right in front of you. Minsan isang ganun nga, hindi pa sapat But at least meron kang isang puntos ka for self-love.
Yeah, parang one step.
Oo.
One step.
Correct. Or another right decision. Oh my God, umabot ako ng finale ng Drag Race Philippines. Oh my God, isang tamang decision. Sumali ka ng global. Isa na naman. Meron kang bago na sold out na show. Isang putas. Every right decision leads you to a point to loving yourself and eventually aligning with your purpose and your personality.
True.
Ganyan ang mga usapan ng mga tita.
Diba?
Pumasok ka na ng Drag Race Philippines.
Tanggap ko na yung final call
Tanggap
sheet.
ko na yung ang daming gagawin.
Girl, nagmanhid na ako noon. Alam mo bang birthday ko yon?
Alin yung na-receive
Natanggap ko siya. Eto pa, natanggap ko. Tinawagan ako, tita, may delivery kayo sa baba. Pakikuha na. Baba ako. Parang 100 delivery rider yung nandun. Diba? Sino sa kanila yung kukuhanin ko? May nakita ko may envelope. Sabi ko, naku, ito na ba yun? Tapos binibidyohan pa ako. Tapos nakita ko na, parang, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Nag-congratulate siya. Lahat ng ibang rider nag-congratulate. Hindi nga nila alam kung bakit ako na kinakongratulate. Nag-congratulate sila lahat. Thank you. Kinabukasan nun, birthday ko.
Oh, wow. What a birthday gift.
So, walang celebrate, ha? Kasi talagang, ay,
trabaho.
Nako. Sukatan nyo na ako. Ngayon na.
Feeling ko ano naman yun, for confidentiality purposes and the need to ensure na umabot dun sa taong papadalahan nila. At yung taong papadalahan nila yung tamang nakareceive.
Correct.
Kasi imagine kung yung letter na yun napunta sa ibang queen.
Oo. Diba?
Ay, kasali pala si Tita Baby.
O kaya baka akala niya siya kasali.
Oo, diba? Nag-prepare ka na, ganyan. And then you walked in. Take us back. What was on your mind?
When I entered the studio for the first time, the only emotion I had and thoughts were all about fear.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't think anyone will really understand how different I feel compared to everybody. I was from an outside world coming
sa bagay.
in. The mindset, the humor, the language is different, the behavior is different.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So parang papasok, para akong strange person in a strange place. Parang ganon. Pero, ang nakakatawa doon, lalaban ako. So, di ba, parang, hindi ba, it was all fear. Yeah. But, you know, isa naman sa mga tutunan ko doon, parang, fear will always be there.
Exactly.
Di ba? So, laban.
Tama.
So, yun ang ginawa ko, pero takot ako noon, girl. Promise. Ang gagawin ko dito.
Pero totoo kasi
sila magkakilala na sila.
Correct.
Ako hindi nila ako kilala doon.
Tsaka sa drag scene, ang training ground is the bar scene.
Yes.
The
wala
club
akong
scene. Oo.
Diba? Online lang ako.
Correct. Parang ano yun Training with the Wolves yun yung mga pag nasa club scene ka, talagang pukpukan, talagang sanay sa quick change, and generally speaking, yung skill sets talaga for to be a drag performer, nandoon
Kaya, alam mo yun, parang popularly known naman na when you come from O-Bar, yung level of performance mo on stage is incomparable.
And I rarely saw you do lip-sync performance drag prior to Drag Race.
During may online stint.
Oo, kilala kita as the content creator, as a host, pero parang, nag-perform na ba ito si Tita Baby?
Hindi pa.
Makakapag-split ba ito? Baka nakakapag-split siya. Bigyan lang natin siya ng chance.
Kaya nagulat ang mga tao when umabot ako ng girl group. Di ba? Takot ako noon. Kala ko uwi na ako noon.
Really?
Sabi ito na yun. Pasasaway na nila ako. Kalaban ko si Maxi, si Kiana. Di ba? Buti nga nandyan si Yudi. Sabi ko, ay, kung mabobotom ako, dalawa kami. Charot. Ito yung kalaban ko sa Lipsy. Okay na. I live another day.
Malakas ka talaga kay Universe.
Yun yung thoughts ko.
Okay.
Pero alam mo, the more I was in it, parang I just realized, kahit naman sila magkakakilala, I think a big portion of taping Drag Race is really a competition.
Yes.
Kahit na may sisterhood doon, I'm sure na-experience siya. Kahit may sisterhood kayo, di ba? When you're asked to compete.
Yep.
Na-realize ko parang hindi lang ako yung experiencing fear in competing. Sila din, I'm sure.
Exactly. Everyone feels that.
That was when I was there.
Right.
Pero ngayon, looking back at it, parang, thank God I was fearful. Because yun ang nag-light ng ask ko to push.
Yeah.
Kasi meron akong gustong patunayan Di ba? Meron akong kailangan patunayan sa kanila
Correct.
Na I deserve my space here, that I'm worthy of the spot I take in the drag industry.
Tama.
Alam mo yun all that. Di ba? Kasi I'm sure yung mga, kunyari kayo, sino yan? Saan galing yan si Tita Baby? But over ba yan? Di naman. Nag-bed ba yan? Di naman.
TikTok.
TikTok? Ang TikTok, di ba? Parang
TikTok girl.
Meanwhile kayo, TikTok girl.
Uh-oh.
Anong experience niyan.
Mm-mm.
So, ang daming ganun sa utak ko. Akala ko liability siya to carry inside the competition.
Yeah.
Pero now, looking back, it was what actually sparked the flame in me.
Tama. That's the classic story of courage eh. Because courage isn't about not feeling it, diba?
Oh.
Courage is about powering through and pushing through in spite of the fear.
Oo.
Because fear will always be there. And I very much relate to that. Sa kwento mo na parang, shucks, andito sila. Ala, nandito si
Ikaw ba
Venus.
na-feel mo yan? Talaga?
Kasi nga, hindi ako split eh. You know, my drag during, even in the club scene, ang forte ko is tayu-tayuan.
Mm-mm.
Ang forte ko is yung nakatayo lang, you just feel the emotion. So, yun. Some people appreciate it. Pero, drunk gay men at 3 in the morning doesn't want to see that, you know?
Oo.
Gusto nila may nangyayari sa stage. Gusto nila may gumagalaw, ganyan. Even my performative skills were always like, minamaliit siya. Like, the perception on what I have to bring to the table. I think, in that sense, medyo pareho tayo. I also had that fear na parang, grabe, nagpapanic attack ako noon episode 1 pa lang. Kasi parang, hala, ano yung talent ko? Magkakwento lang ako ng story nung season namin. Yung talent, anong talent mo? Mag-ano ko, may sinulat akong kanta. Anong talent mo? Magmamagic daw siya. Ha? Yung Precious, ay mag-ano siya, cultural dance siya. Wow. Sabi niya, meron pang isang magkukwento din, kaso may kahalong magic yung kay Silo. At sabi ko, wala akong gagawin. Magkukwento lang ako ng sex story about a friend ng kaibigan kong si Christian. Yun lang yung talent ko. Parang those doubts. I feel that. Yeah. But I think dito talaga yung common denominator ng story natin. We made it to the finals. No badge. But it didn't take away from the light that we have to bring to the table. Because we know that parang other people's success, at least to me, the way I'm hearing it, na parang at the end of the day, you are in your own lane. And the only real race that matters is between you and yourself. And the hurdles that you think are against you. But in retrospect, tama, I was the only tampalpuke in my lane.
Yes.
You're the only Carino Brutal in your lane.
Tsaka alam mo, dadagdag ko to sa sinabi mo I didn't wait for an opportunity to come to me. I made my own opportunity. Yeah. Kaya ako nag-drag online. Pag nag-audition ba ako sa OBAR, magiging drag queen ako doon. Ha?
Bouncer. At least OBAR.
Baka bouncer, di ba? Yung thought ko na parang kaya ko yung ginagawa. Parang gusto kong gawin yung ginagawa nila Precious on stage. Parang gusto ko siyang itry. Yeah. Will I ever have that chance? If I didn't make my own opportunity, which was to just do it. I turned drag. Sabi ko, anong available platforms dyan? Online. Doon ko ginawa. I entered the drag industry from the back door.
Shucks. Tama.
And just like all the gay guys, we entered the back door.
Yes. And we left no crumbs.
So yun, I think gusto kong sabihin yun sa mga viewers. Make your own opportunity. Don't wait for it.
Oo nga. Actually, maparugal o hindi.
Oo.
Yun ang talaga.
Diba sila Taylor Shish? Nakikilala because they make their own opportunities.
Tama.
Si Mansa.
Right.
Diba? Talent, Pinoy Got Talent.
Pinoy Got Talent.
So I think it's just a magandang lesson siya na-realize ko lang ngayon talking to you.
Oh, wow.
Oo nga, I made my own opportunities.
Because I think that's what sets you apart from, ang dami na ngayon nagdadraga.
Nako, super.
Sobrang dami na. But what sets you apart is that, how badly do you want it? Diba? When push comes to shove at talagang mahirap ang pokpokan ng laban, ikaw ba yung susuko o ikaw ba yung magpapadala na lang sa daloy ng
correct.
Aantay ka. Aantay ka na lang ba? Will you be forever waiting or will you be like Tita Baby who loves the back door? Will you create opportunities when the opportunity is not there? Diba? Will you open your eyes? How badly do you want this industry and this life? Ang ganda mo ito yan. Can you tell us what's probably the most unforgettable thing that happened for you?
Ano yan? Episode 7, nang dumating si Joe. For me, yun yung ultimate.
Really?
I mean, ang dami kong peaks. Ang daming peaks, di ba? Like, Snatch Game was a peak for me.
Right.
Reaching top 4 was a peak for me.
Yes.
Diba? But there's something bigger than just me being in Drag Race kasi. Si Joe was the one who's really a Drag Race fan.
Oh.
It was him who introduced me to Drag Race. It was him who introduced me to drag. To go back to drag. So when I met him, nag-date kami nun, di ba? Hindi ko sinasabi na nagda-drag queen ako nung Halloween. Inintay ko muna ma-inlove siya. Para wala nang atrasan. Pinakita ko yung picture ko na may police. Naka-police outfit ako. Ay, nagwala ang lola mo. Parang, oh my God, you're a drag queen. Binigyan niya ako ng makeup. Sabi niya, tuloy mo. Continue it.
Oh my God.
So for him to come there in Drag Race with me in episode 7, for the books. For the books yun. Diba? Kung magkakaroon kami ng apo, diba yung mga, alam mo ba?
Hindi na matagal. Ano na lang yan?
Mga next week. Mga next week. Mga laglag na yung meeting ko. There was one conversation in season 3 na kami dalawa ni Maxi, we were talking sa stuff na hindi na in-air. Pero we were talking about Drag Race, however it's big, there is something bigger than that.
Yes.
It's real life.
Totoo.
Diba, real life is bigger than Drag Race. Exactly. So, kung ano man yung experience ko doon as a drag queen, kung anong opportunities, career that it built for me, there's still something bigger than that.
Yes.
The experience, the moments, the memories. Yung pumasok si Joe from backstage, tapos hindi namin napigilan yung sarili namin, nag-iyakan kami. Tumalikod niya ako sa camera eh. Kasi, wala.
Pangit ka ba umiyak?
Hindi mo alam. Payakin mo ko.
Tumalikod ka.
Natanggal nga yung ngipin ko.
Kinamit yung postizo.
Nalaglag eh. So, ang pangit ko kaya umiyak. Nakita ko nga yung episode na, di ba, nag-iiyak ang pangit. Naka-makeup na ako nun ha. Ayoko umiiyak eh.
Maganda yung iyak ko din. Tinawag akong trash.
Oo, maganda yung sa'yo.
Maganda yung iyak ko din.
Tsaka nakaharap ka sa salamin eh.
Tama. Anyway.
So yun. So I think that's the most memorable. We worked together.
Yes.
Dun sa outfit namin.
Right.
We planned together. Then we did the runway together. And then, lo and behold, di ba? Sa Ronyans kami. Tagabalot kami ng lumpia.
Tama.
Sa buffet. At sino ang judge? Si Sharon. Talagang, oh my God. Wala, for the books yun. Yeah, you know.
Everything aligned.
Oo. Nung moment na yon sabi ko, kung uuwi ako on episode 7, I'd still be very happy. Pero buti na lang nag-10 ako. Nag-episode 10 ako. Ay, di ko sasabihin yun.
Yes. At least hindi mo na, wala ka ng chance sasabihin.
Wala akong chance sabihin siya. So yun. So, because that is something that we always, minsan, out of the blue, di-dinner kami, di-date kami, napag-uusapan namin yun.
That's nice.
The moment, parang full circle siya.
Totoo.
Diba?
And to be able to share it with that person that matters to you the most. Diba? Yeah. It could have been anyone else eh. Diba?
Pwede ikaw.
Kasi, diba? May mga, bakit ako? Mga kabatch daw. Hindi, kasi diba, may mga ibang challenges sa ibang mga franchises. Kinukuha yung mga Marino or halimbawa sa season 2, mga Golden Lolas, ganyan. But to be able to share that makeover challenge, let them experience. Let them be in your shoes for once. And of all people, your Joe gets to be that. Bukod sa super fan siya, he has seen you go through it. Let him live the experience. I think,
yung mga moments namin na when we were judging, di ba judging ang tagal nun eh. Nakatayo kami dalawa, di ba, sa stage.
Right.
Dito, nandito kami sa dulo. Dito muna magja-judge, di ba, pag ganun. Nagkakalabitan lang kami. Kasi parang, tignan mo yung lights, tignan mo yung studio, nandito tayo. Yung gano'n. Meron kami mga moments na gano'n. So,
like drink it, like soak it all in, the experience.
So sabi ko na hindi tayo pwede maghiwalay. Hanggang nga talaga.
Maganda yung ganyan, walang sabit. Hindi ka talaga iiwan.
Tsaka tipid sa toothpaste.
Sobrang admirable nung relationship niyo ni Joe.
Thank you.
Because I used to have a drag husband then. Yung parang a partner na talagang hindi siya detached kumbaga dun sa mundo ng drag mo.
Okay.
Diba? Na parang, I would
part of it siya.
Part of it siya. Parang mas excited siya. My ex, right, dati talagang, siya yung nagsabi sa akin na, alam mo, babe, palitan mo na yung shape ng kilay mo, ng pababa, ganun mo. Kasi ano siya artist siya eh. So, nakikita niya parang sa mga silhouettes, parang, ako wala naman ako alam sa mga ganyan, I just do makeup. Pero siya talaga sabihin niya, parang, yung lines mo parang mas maganda to kung ganyan. And then, maghatid sundo, and then magsasuggest siya na, ay, parang bagay sa yung mga gantong songs, ganyan. And, that's the kind of love that I wish for every other beautiful drag queen sisters there. Na parang find a love that accepts not just who you are outside of it, but also will love and take care of your drag as if it's their own. Ganun ba si Joe sa'yo?
Oo, no? Kaya nga, buti nga yan, nagsasasayaw na siya eh. Para at least meron siya ginagawa for himself. Kasi he works, di ba? 9 to 5 job. And then when he comes home, shop talk pa kami for Tita Baby. Di ba? Parang wala siyang takas sa trabaho. So, buti na nahanap niya yung love naman niya, sumayaw. Ay, gaga ka, dumadami followers mo ha.
Oo nga eh.
Bakit? Magsi-season 4 ka ba?
Nagre-rehearse na?
Oo.
Nako.
Season 5 ka ba? Ano? Charot.
Ang pangalan niya, Pamang Queen. Tita Baby and Pamang Queen. So, ano na siya? Gano'ng katagal na kayo ni Joe?
8 years.
8 years. Wow.
So, legal na siya.
Oh my God. 8 years. The gap, if you don't mind. Share.
17.
17.
Actually, every other year, we celebrate the debut of our gap. Kasi 18 years, tas magsi-17. 18, tas kasi umahabol yung edad, di ba? 18 years, 17. 18, so gano'n.
Correct.
So, taon-taon may debut kami.
So, anong generation siya?
Millennial.
How do you reconcile that? I mean,
I don't.
Charot. Ikaw yung parang, kasi I could only imagine the difference in, it's either talagang you're young in spirit, or talagang,
meron siya daddy issues.
Sobrang mature. Sobrang mature ni Joe.
Hindi,
Like, how do you find that middle ground?
Well, when we were first dating, di ko naman naisip na how the dynamics will be. Diba? Parang for me talaga, age is just a number.
Right.
Diba? It's how you live your life, and the way you think, the way you see the world is what really ages you. Diba? So may mga bata na mature, may mga matatandang immature. So parang ganun kami.
So matandang immature ka?
Parang gano'n. Hindi. Ako nga yung golden retriever, siya yung black cat in the relationship.
Yeah.
So if you go to TikTok, tapos nakakita ka doon ng mga parang nagta-travel na couples, yung isa nagpaplano.
Si Darshan.
I am
Darshan.
I planned na gano'n. Siya yun. Ako yung saan tayo pupunta. Ikaw na magplano, hindi ako planner. So,
okay.
Yung extrovertism ko, balanced by his introvertism. Yung chaos in my creativity, siya ang naglalagay ng order with the process. Ganon siya. That's why we work very well together. We balance each other out. Pero syempre, nung unang time kami nagde-date, hindi ko naman naisip yun. Sabi ko lang cute. Diba? You cannot put a finger on it kung ano yung what makes us work.
Right.
But there's a lot of small things that make us work. Siya yung hindi siya marunong magluto, ako yung nagluluto. Yung mga gano'n, yung mga parang perfect fit.
Kasi alam mo, actually, si Baus madalas kong tanungin sa ganito eh. Kasi parang, I've been in a relationship, pero hindi talaga to the point ng live-in.
Okay.
It was so hard for me to identify myself with another person. Ito naman ay feeling ko lang. Love thrives in the mundane. It's not in the big romantic gestures. It's in the day in, day out where you prepare each other. It's that small, quiet acts of service and love that really stitches everything.
Totoo yan.
So may mga bagay na, kasi feeling ko, yung mga mas bata sa atin, iba sila mag-isip.
Totoo din yan Totoo din yan. I think that's a really big factor in our relationship. Kasi, gano'n ba yung edad the difference natin?
I'm 38.
Totoo?
Oo.
Oh my God, ang bata mo, Eva.
Yes.
Parang 10 years ang agot natin.
Oo nga.
Totoo?
Oo nga.
Oh my God, kasi you're so mature, the way you think and the way you speak, the way you carry yourself. Parang you've been around, haven't you?
I would like to think so.
So anyway, in my generation, wala ka bihirang-bihira yung early 20s, the 20s, late 20s, na magkakagusto sa someone 40 or 30. Because we in my generation, we take a premium ang youth.
Yes.
Well, I mean, in all generations, premium ang
yes,
youth.
premium
diba?
ang youth.
But in terms of attraction and preferences and relationships, bibihira ako makita ng kabatch ko na nagkakajowa ng mas matanda.
Or mas bata.
Or na mas bata.
Na significant.
Parang kailangan parang kaedad. Di ba ganun naman?
Ako ganyan.
Kaedad.
Because when you first met Joe, you were at 40?
No. 30. I think I was 36, 37.
36
Na
minus
mga ganun.
8. Ako kasi parang for me, at 36, off limit sa akin yun eh. 25 and below, medyo kaedad kasi nila, parang when I first nakita ko sila Marina sa kanila, parang medyo off limit sa akin yung 25.
Sa akin, well, for me, I don't see it. Hindi ko kasi binabanggit yung age la. I get it. I don't look at it. I don't see the number in the age. So parang ako, when I see the person, if I'm attracted, as long as you're legal, di ba? Parang
naman.
There's a possibility for us to date. That's for me.
Right.
Ang maganda kay Joe, mature kasi si Joe. Tapos balbasarado pa ako. So parang, ang sarap ko.
May picture ba tayo nun? Pa-flash. Hindi ako ng picture nun na. Ipapakita namin kung gaano kasarap yung feeling ko pag nakita din.
Tsaka medyo payat pa ako nun, ha?
Oo. Feeling ko din naman, alam mo, Tita Baby, kidding aside and you still, when I look at your features, feeling ko talaga at your prime, ang pogi mo.
Oo. I will date myself.
Ganon. Kita mo naman siya. Kita mo yung features niya. Tangos ang ilong. Mukhang may lahi. Ganyan. May lahi ba kayo?
Hudson ang apelido ko.
Then? Parang yung isang guest?
Meron.
Front stroller.
Yes.
What's that? German?
It's Spanish-Portuguese. Pero may possibility na ang ugat-ugat niya Austria.
Pero totoo to, kasi naalala ko na kinukwento ni Bench na parang niloko mo daw siya na may related ka sa royalty. Sino ba? Kay Queen Elizabeth. Na related ka kay Queen Elizabeth. Tapos paniwalang-paniwala sila na related ka kay Queen Elizabeth.
Kasi nag-print ako ng picture, di ba? Sa loob ng workroom, pwede ka magdala ng picture ng family. Print ako ng picture ng pamilya ko. Ito tong pamilya ko, tsaka nila Queen Elizabeth. Sabi ko, bakit meron ka picture ni Queen Elizabeth? Pero I was really, sabi ko kung sino mga katabi ko talaga kikwento ko to. Tapos sabi niya, may picture ka ni Queen Elizabeth dyan. Sabi ko, hindi kasi lola ko siya. Pa-humble pa ako. Hindi kasi lola ko siya. Tapos ito tito ko. Buong pamilya sila. Nasa balkonahe yung kumakaway. Ito tito ko to. To lolo ko yan. Talaga? Oo, sabi niya, kaya pala parang mistiso ka, no? Sabi ko, oo. Ganon, ay, taray naman ni Tita Baby. Ganon, Royal Family, Chamber. Tsaka, may katotohanan yun. Sabi ko, ang Royal Family kasi ng British Monarchy, German sila eh. They're really Germans. Pinilitan nila yung pangalan nila. So, kinuwento ko rin sa kanya. Pinilitan yung pangalan nila. So, Germans kami, magkakamag-anak kami. Naniwala si Bakla. Siya yung na-abracadabra ko, di ba? Tapos, nung nakikita kong bilib na siya, paniwalang-paniwala na. Patatagalin ko ba to ng ilang episodes? Na-guilty ako. Binawi ko rin nung araw na yon.
Sayang, ang ganda pa naman. Ang ganda nun. Umabot pa ng 3 episodes.
Pero may totoong backstory yun na. I was dating someone like 15 years, 20 years ago. Kinuwento ko yun. Kamag-anak ko si Queen Elizabeth. Naniwala si Bakla. Ito syempre, nag-date kami. Natuloy yung mga dating namin, di ba? Nag-birthday. Niimbita ako sa birthday niya. Nung dumating ako sa birthday, pinaupo niya lahat ng bisita sa sahig. kinuha niya yung upuan. Sabi niya, tell them how you related to Queen Elizabeth.
Oh my God!
Hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa binabawi yun. Until now, no?
Ngayon, now you can set yourself free.
Alam mo, you will do everything and anything in your power basta lang maka-booking ka.
Grabe. So, Dito Baby, after your Drag Race, nung napanood mo na siya, diba? Is there anything that you would have done differently?
Yeah, I would have come in with more confidence, with more belief in myself.
Right.
Knowing, di ba nga sabi ko when I entered, parang there's a lot of insecurity and fear because I feel like I'm too different. Which, at the end of the season, turned out to be
Your
what
greatest strength.
needs to be for me to get to top 4. So ngayon, alam ko na yon. Kung may babaguhin ako, dadaling ko yun. Ay, kaya ko to. Alam ko kung anong pwede kong gawin. Alam mo yun, parang mas may tiwala na ako sa sarili ko.
Correct.
Oh,
Pero in hindsight, sagot mo rin naman yan kanina, it was that very same fear that really pushed you there.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have changed anything really, but you know, minsan naglalaro sa isip ko, what if I was there with the mindset now? Diba?
Correct.
What would have I done differently? Yun. Maybe made more friends. Like, mas vulnerable ako to create more connection with my castmates.
Who would you say ba is your closest sa cast?
Alam mo, iba-iba siya eh. Iba-iba yung relationship ko with them. Iba-iba rin yung times that I am close to them.
Okay.
Kunyari si John Fideliaga, we connected sa backstage. I mean, while taping, we connected latter part na ng show before siya umalis. And then, nung nag-viewing party, di ba, parang na-rekindle yung connection namin. But he needed to fly back to the US. So parang, okay. But now, alam mo sinong kagimik ko? Gumigimik kami. Si Yudi puta.
Talaga?
Oo, gumigimik kami. Bumangon ka dyan. Alas 11:30 ng gabi, magme-message yan. Bumangon ka dyan. Magbi-BGC tayo. Bako, bakula. Tanggal na yung pustiso ko. Ganon. Pero, alam mo, nag-enjoy akong kasama si Yudi. So, I think meron kaming connection din ni Yudi in terms of being friends.
Yeah. Hindi pa tayo masyado lumabas eh. No? We just had a dinner.
Yeah.
Once.
Siguro once or twice dinner.
Once or twice.
Pero shop talk kasi yun eh.
Oo.
Diba? We were talking about
we were talking about plans.
Yeah,
ganyan.
plans. Oo.
And if you are me and I are you, pareho tayo, we would rather sit comfortably in our beds. 11:30 para lumabas. No. I'm already in my Thai pajamas.
Correct.
Kapag ashwagandha na ako by that time.
So ngayon, pag niyayaya ako ni Yudi, kailangan planado 2 weeks before.
Dapat
para alam mo,
notice.
nakakapag-workout na ako.
Correct.
Diba? Para magagamot na ako. Para pwede kong
Tama.
magbuyat.
Yun pala. So that's what keeps you alive.
Yeah. Nag-enjoy naman ako. I'm a night person. I'm a party
talaga.
person talaga.
Oo nga, may nakita pa akong picture na nahagip ka ng camera sa Malate.
Oo, lagi ako nasa
a pirate. Ganyan.
Lagi ako nasa gimikan. 3 araw, 1 linggo.
Oh.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sa Malate ako lagi. Or Makati. Wala pang BGC nun eh.
Government.
Tapos tatawid sa North Park.
Correct.
Yan, no? Tamo?
Ay. Kami ako yung pinakamalapit sa experience na to. Kasi I grew up in Malate. Isa pang lumaki sa Malate, hindi lang yung sinasabi masyado, si Minty Fresh.
Ah, talaga?
Yeah. Parang, alam mo na panahon ng Malate, uso yung mga clan. That's how people, yun ang social media ng mga bakla noon eh. Yung only text, tapos mag-group message to
Oh, yes.
Ganyan. Doon gano'n mag-invite dati when you go to Malate. Or meron kayo sa forums ng Guys for Men. Or Planet Romeo. Mga ganyan. There was a time na pag pumasok ka sa bed, pag ginamit mo yung member ID login number mo, meron kang free entrance eh. May mga ganun dati sa bed eh.
Matanda na siguro ko niyan. No?
Oo, kasi nga pero for sure, ikaw yung
Naka-Nokia kami nun eh.
Ay.
Naka-Nokia pa lang kami nun.
Ay, hindi naman. Grabe naman yun.
Snake pa lang ang laro namin.
Oh my God!
Ngayon may ML na, di ba?
Na ako nun yung mga Motor Razor, yung mga flip phone na gano'n. Ano, nananakaw sa bed.
Oo.
How was life like for Tita Baby?
It's been very busy.
Mhm.
Very, very busy. Sometimes, I feel like I chew more than, I
bite more than you
bit
can
more than I could chew. Kasi, the demands of my career right now, pangkatawang 20s.
Totoo.
Oh, di ba yung puyat?
Correct.
Meron kang show, ang salang mo 1 a.m.
Oh my
Ano ibig
gosh.
sabihin nun?
Correct.
2 sets ka pa. So mga alas 3, 4 ka uuwi.
Yes.
Eh, di ba?
Correct.
Ano na yun? Gumigising na ako na, nagwawalis na ako ng tuyong dahon dapat. So that's one part of it. Very busy. Tsaka yung schedule. Sometimes kasi, hindi nakikita ng audience to, di ba? Parang, you have 2 or 3 shows in a week.
Correct.
Tapos next week, ganun ulit. So let's say in a month, let's say the Pride Month,
Correct.
I had 2 or 3 shows in a week. Magkadikit yun. Di ba? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday.
Correct.
Weekend, the Pride Day. You only have that week to prepare for the 3 shows.
Yes.
And then the next week, you have that week to prepare for the 3 shows.
For the next 3 shows.
Oo. Tapos, yung stress nung, teka muna, let's plan for 2 weeks. Kasi hindi ka naman pwedeng maipit, baka kulang ka sa preparation for the next show. So, meron siyang mental juggling
Correct.
keme and also yung physical.
Right.
Diba? So, it's very, I think drag is very a demanding career.
It is.
It is a very demanding career.
More so kapag lumabas ka na sa TV, ha?
Oo, I was thinking that. Parang, paano kaya yung mga queens who are doing like regular shows?
Mm-hmm.
Diba? The mental fortitude that they have, the talent that they have, the strength, the physical strength, and the emotional maturity that they have to own so that they can live this life and turn it into a livelihood, diba?
Correct.
Ang hirap nun. So ngayon, na-experience ko siya.
Tama.
Diba? I look at it as the cost I need to pay for an extraordinary life.
Very that.
Diba? I don't think you can have an extraordinary life and just be easy about everything. You can't.
Right.
There has to be a little bit of challenge to it. Eh.
Exactly.
Parang sabaw na mainit, diba?
Mm-mm.
Masarap bang sabaw na malamig? May sinesebo? Hindi. So, kailangan medyo mainit-init, yung mapapasuka ng konti. Yun ang masarap na sabaw. So, I think ganun din siya, drag. So,
Exactly.
yung struggles of being a queen, the busyness, I feel like right now is worth the extraordinary life that I'm living.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, people think that people who are making it good in life, na parang pag successful ka na parang hayahay na ang buhay nito. No. For you to afford that hayahay kind of life, there is hard work, perseverance, sacrifices that are not seen in the social media posts ng mga tao. Everything that is worth having always comes with a price.
Totoo yun. Tsaka ngayon parang at my age, I don't know if people will think otherwise. But alam mo yung isang kahig isang tuka? I think it's applied to everyone but in different levels.
Totoo.
Parang magkakahig ako ngayon but I can survive for 6 months. Pero yun na yung tuka ko.
Correct.
6 months na tuka. Kakahig ako ulit for the next few months. Parang ganon. So isang kahig, isang tuka rin siya pero ibang dimension.
Malaking kahig, malaking tuka.
Oo,
Ganun
malaking
siya.
kahig. So it never ends. Ang point ko doon, you keep on working, you keep improving and learning and you just keep on doing that. That never stops. If it stops, matakot ka.
Oo. And I think yung gantong klaseng pagod, sabi nga kahit nasa corporate world ka, mapapagod ka rin naman eh.
Hey, choose your hard.
You choose your hard. Dati, sabi ko, there was a time na nasa gitna ako ng bar, no? This was pre-drag race pa, ha? This was a time na door bitch pa lang ako sa Nectar. So, I was there, having a great time. Dati, mga problema ko lang is mag-ayos ng entrance ng mga, yung magtatak ng entrance ng mga VIPs, saka magbenta ng bote, kasi may quota ako ng binibenta ng Casadores na tequila dati. Yun lang mga problema ko dati. And then, galing na ako sa isang very tough corporate job. And I was alala ko yun, Tita Baby, I was in the middle of the dance floor. Everyone was so happy. And I was just like feeling very emotional kasi this is my office. imagine na parang lahat sumasaya, ang saya-saya. These are the emails. These are the problems. These are the things that I used to lose sleep for on weekends. But this is my problem now. How lucky am I? And now lumaki pa siya. I was in Drag in the South the other day, ang ganyan. Technicals, medyo pagod na yung katawan ko. But the cheers of thousands of people that were there, the awesome, amazing show, ganun din sa pop-up. Every time we put out a good show from the Playhouse, parang, ito na yung email ko. This is my new workplace now. Pagod pa rin ako. The only difference is mas masaya talaga.
Oh.
It is indeed an extraordinary life. Hindi mo siya maipagpapalit eh.
Tsaka it's a good thing that you found like something that can be sustainable for you, di ba? You produce shows eh. Yun. Ang ganyan ko naman is hosting.
Right.
That's what I'm busy with.
Okay.
Kaya if you, some fans would ask, Tita, ba't wala ka dito? Wala ka sa dits? Wala ka sa ganyan? Hindi na kita nakikita sa shows. Saan ka nagpa-perform? Usually, I get that question, no? Because mostly, I've never been a resident in a bar. So, wala akong regular shows like Old Bar and maybe you back when you were in Nectar or in Singapore, diba? What I have now are corporate shows, personal events like weddings, debut.
You're right.
Tsaka corporate events. Butter ko on the bread is actually hosting. Hosting tapos plus performing or hosting plus speaking engagement. Hosting, yon.
The drag hostess.
Yes. Drag hostess. Yun ang ano ko. Yun ang brings home the bacon for me.
I love it.
Kaya hindi ako nakikita mostly on public spaces. Diba?
There was a time na yan din yung yan din yung favorite kong gig. The hostess with the mostess. I've also like hosted weddings before. I think we hosted a wedding in Boracay and then mga speaking engagements. Kasi ako particularly, I love speaking engagements. Kasi sabi ko nga dati, nasanay ako na pag drag queen ako at binubook ako ng mga corporates, gusto lang nila ako makita mag-lip sync, mag-perform. But for a group of people to be interested in what I have to say, a piece of my consciousness to be shared to all of you, as a drag queen, it's really very telling of how far we've come from just mere amusement and token, a nice thing to have in events to actually hearing what we have to say.
Namumulat na ang let me say the audience or the market to different kinds of drag.
Yes.
Dati kasi performance lang.
Correct.
Ngayon ay may Eva na pwede magsalita, may Tita Baby na nag-host or so yun. So marami pang iba-ibang queens, hindi lang naman yun yung
correct.
'Di ba? Pero it just so happens that yun yung ano ko.
Yeah.
Bread and butter ko.
Ito yung lane. I think this is a lane that we share.
Yeah.
Magkano ko naman kung may mga referrals ka.
Oo, sige.
Pero we do love, we are your hostess with the mostest.
I love roasting the audience. And I think they love it.
You do. You're so good at roasting.
Yeah, alam mo, when I started hosting in weddings, hindi ko naman sila kilala, di ba? So medyo, pa ako noon, safe. But parang medyo low-key bored, nung nilait ko yung ninang, hagalpakan sila ng tawa, girl. Sabi ko, gusto nyo laitan na. Go. Light ko sila lahat. So ngayon yun yung, sinasabi ko yan sa mga clients ko. Na parang, if you're going to get me, di ba, I hope you know my kind of comedy, my kind of, but that's what they get me for, really.
Nice.
Apparently. Gusto nila nang nire-roast ko sila.
So what else, Tita Baby, do you do other than
okay, I have this continuous partnership with Pro Productions.
Right.
So, I'm sure sa mga Gen Z tsaka sa mga younger millennials, ano ba yung Pro Productions? Di ba back then, we were in martial law. So, wala tayong freedom of press.
Right.
Freedom of speech. Nung nagkaroon tayo ng democracy ulit, Maria Ressa, Cheche Lazaro, Lucy Cruz Valdez.
Of the probe team.
They put a probe team back in 1987 because free press na siya, so we have the freedom to talk and speak and show what the truth is. So until now, they exist.
Mhm.
And under the leadership of Cheche Lazaro
Oh.
and Miss Jen Aquino, who's managing Probe Productions. So I'm partnered with them, and we do content against disinformation online. So aside from me, meron pa si Mighty Magulang.
Mm-mm.
I'm sure you're familiar with si Makoy
Yes,
Dubs.
right.
Is part of, and others. We are a circle of content creators who create content with them,
Mhm.
and then we post it online para to show what the truth was. Because if you think about it, 1987, di ba, Betamax pa lang yung
VHS Betamax
history
na.
noon. Yung mga
Oo.
napapanood nyo sa news, naka-Betamax yan, naka-tape.
Correct.
Piece of history yon.
Yes.
Nilalabas namin yun ulit in digital form.
Oh, okay.
Para mapanood ng mga kabataan ko ano yung totoong buhay nun.
Right.
Hindi lang siya kwento. Meron
Correct.
kaming proof
na
of
talagang
what
this
really
is how it
happened
was.
before. Yeah. So basically, that's the reason to believe for the partnership to exist. And alam mo, it may sound a little bit too technical, no? Pero different countries are inviting us to talk about what the Philippines is doing for the disinformation here. I travel. We travel because of it.
Nice.
So malaki siyang thing.
Correct.
Pero syempre, ano yan, on the down low yan. Kasi hindi naman siya mainstream entertainment eh.
Correct.
It's more of an advocacy for all of us.
Oo.
So that's what I do. Together with hosting.
That is so nice.
Hosting. I also do leadership.
Massage.
Mani-pedi.
Foot reflexology.
Leadership coaching.
Oh, yes.
Meron akong clients.
Right.
One-on-one coaching.
Okay.
So they message me, tita, pwede ba magpa-coaching? Okay. Tapos meron yun din yung rate.
Okay.
Ang dami kong ginagawa, no?
I love it.
At saka, corporate coaching. Nung isang araw, I was talking to a company about inclusivity. So
Right.
I was there, I had a presentation, I had para siyang talk, a real talk.
Mm-mm.
Yun. So yan yung mga ginagawa ko. Yan ang expertise ni tita.
Yes.
Diba? Hindi ako nakakapag-split.
Dahil nakakapag-leadership coaching ba kayo?
Pero hindi rin ako nag-split ng bill kasi kaya kong bayaran lahat ng bills ko ngayon.
Tama.
Because of all that.
Yeah. Alam mo, you and I are both like living testimonies talaga na parang we live the drag that you get to enjoy right now is an output of someone who has lived a full life before we deep dived into the world of drag. We have skill sets that were available to us. Meron kaming business acumen to take our drag to that next level. Kasi nga, matatanda na kaming nagsimula ng drag.
Tsaka, I think, I was talking to one queen. Sabi ko, you wanna sit down and talk about how you run your business?
Mm-mm.
Medyo na-overwhelm siya. Kasi
Common.
which is I think a
Common.
common occurrence in this circle, di ba? But that's what it is really. If you wanna continue living your life the extraordinary way, you have to make it sustainable.
Yeah, you wanna keep on living this beautiful, amazing life, then put the work
The
on
work
it.
in. Oh.
Put a ring on it. Talagang dedication, commitment, and talagang na siya, take it to the next level. And I'm just so happy na parang dahil nga I'm a marketing girl, you're an advertising girly. Parang we've lived corporate lives prior to it. When we mix that skill set with the
Correct.
brilliance of our drag, parang talagang,
Pwede pala yun na parang
Oo.
nagdadala ka ng knowledge and like whatever you know from different industries that you've lived off. Live off of. Tapos you put it in like what you have now. It helps you actually create a fuller and more protected lifestyle.
Correct. And holistically. Kasi medyo rin siya kapag halimbawa, drag lang yung alam mong gawin. That is a very scary part. Kasi how can you still stand on your own kapag wala na yung drag mo?
Tsaka alam mo, ang dami ko naririnig ng mga queens na parang di sila yung naghahawak ng pera nila, di ba?
Oh no, yeah, that's so true.
Tapos na sa scam.
Oh my God, yeah.
Nangyayari yun.
Totoo.
Di ba? Together with living drag, the life of the drag queen or a Ru girl.
Yeah.
Di ba? Living a life of a Ru girl, you need to also start learning how to manage the business.
Kahit yung mga basic business skills.
1 + 1 = 2. Minsan di nila alam yun eh. Charot.
Or magbasa ka ng mag-service agreement ka. Yung mga
Tama.
things like that. Make sure that everything is in pen and paper. Ganyan. So what's next for Tita Baby?
Okay, so, I think this is a life lesson that I've learned the very difficult way, When I was younger, I plan everything.
Right.
I'm sure you do too kasi project manager ka, di ba?
Yes.
So you plan everything.
Yes.
5 years ahead, di ba? Usually
Correct.
tatanungin sa corporate.
Correct.
So where do you see yourself
Yourself
5 years from now? 10 years from now? Ganyan. When I had that turning point in my life back when I was 39, I got sick. Everything failed for me. My business failed. My health failed. I was depressed. And my everything was in shambles. Parang you get to a point na parang paano na yung plano ko 5-year plan ko, yung 10-year plan ko. Ano na yun? Tapon sa basura, di ba? I had to start from scratch. And my scratch was drag.
Right.
So, if you're going to ask me what is my future, I'm just taking it a day, 2 days, a month, most at a time. So, although I have a vision of where I want to go, I'm not planning anything. I'm just feeling it as I go along because that's what I learned from my previous life.
Tama.
Of actually just feeling it pero I will never veer away from who I really am. So I think I will still continue talking.
Tama.
I will still continue drag. Hindi ako mag-host na out of drag, I think.
Correct.
Yung mga ganyan.
Oo.
Diba? I will still be who I am in drag. Keeping and talking, continuing my advocacy work with disinformation.
Correct.
Presenting myself, I want to break away from the drag box.
Totoo.
Become a drag queen that is present in the hetero world.
Oh.
So for example, meron tayong training. Kunyari lang, weird example. Kuha tayong leadership training. Kunyari natin si Tita Baby. Because drag can teach anyone
Correct.
about leadership.
Right.
There's a part of drag, the art of drag, that can teach about leadership. Something like that. Yun lang yung na-visualize ko. But plans? No, I don't have plans. Yun. Baka magpa-hospital lang ako kasi malat na ako.
Wag naman. Actually, that's a good life lesson din. Especially, I used to be a project manager. I used to worry about things. When you're a project manager or you're in the corporate world, your mind is hardwired to think of a problem that doesn't exist and be able to anticipate it and be 5 steps ahead of the problem. So parang your mind is trained to have an anxiety.
Oh, yes.
Not by default.
Yes.
So I get it when you're saying na parang, you know what, ayoko lang mag-plan.
I choose to, and you know what, I know that we've been talking about age is just a number.
Right.
But I think age has something to do with that.
Yeah.
I choose not to be nitpicking about my future. Alam mo yun, parang I just go with the flow where life leads me. But I hope I can be a drag queen as long as I can be and enjoy the fruits and the of it. Ganun.
And ito Eckhart Tolle, the power of now. It's like, the now is the only real thing that you have. So parang obsessing about what's in the future, obsessing about what's already happened in the past, which you can change. Future, not even guaranteed.
Yeah.
But taking it one step, your real power is what happens today, tomorrow, and probably at most nga month. Na parang, I try to keep that mantra. Medyo mahirap siya for me as feeling ko I'm a trailblazer.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But, tama ka, I only keep it as a vision. Pero ano lang ba yung kaya kong gawin within this? I do not beat myself up for projects na wala pa for October. Or parang... Yeah, because I realized that I am so good at working with what's in front of me. Parang, just focus on the next right move.
Don't get me wrong. I have plans.
Yep.
'Di ba? Meron ako niluluto ngayon. Pero hindi ko siya kumbaga parang as I plan it, I also sway with where the wind takes me.
Correct.
Hindi siya rigid plan.
Correct.
So kung gusto niyo ma-experience yung mga pasabog kong parating, follow niyo na lang ako sa social media.
Tama. So one last thing, Tita Baby, this is something that I ask all my guests. Knowing what you already know now, what you've been through. Nagkasakit ka, you've been through a drag race, you have this amazing life ahead of you. You're probably living a life of your dreams right now. Knowing what you already know now, what would you have told your younger self?
Mag-aral ka magmasahe. Charot. Hindi. Believe in who and what you are. You know, parang when you're young, when I was young, I really think I was living a very uncomfortable life because of, not financially, stigmatically. Because I was growing up gay. I was growing up confused. Tsaka nun, it's either bakla tomboy, girl, or boy ka. Walang bisexual nun, walang trans nun.
Walang...
Diba? So parang ako kasi I identify bisexual eh. So when I was growing up, parang, bakit ako nagkakagusto sa girls? Or bakit pareho? So parang, ko unicorn, creature of fantasy. I do not exist. So imagine mo, I was carrying that growing up, diba?
Yeah.
Knowing now, I tell myself, believe in what that is. And embrace it. And trust yourself. Huwag ka masyado makinig sa mga sinasabi ng iba. Huwag ka rin kayo makinig sa sinasabi ko. Makinig kayo sa sarili nyo. Yun, I think, what I tell myself.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Tita Baby.
Thank you, Eva.
And I can't wait to have like our own talk show.
Yeah. Dito din
Dito din pala.
Mag-drag show tayo dito.
Tapos walang magsa-split.
Lahat tayuan lang.
Lahat tayuan lang. Kesa or magpapatawa lang kami.
Kaya, alam mo, mag-produce ka ng drag show sa Mary Grace. Puro tsahin lang.
Tama. Oh my God.
Magpa-perform.
Dapat magkaroon ng ganyan eh. The Tita Brunch. The Titaest Brunch ever.
Ayan,
sabi
diba?
ko na si Butterboy.
Diba?
But thank you so much.
Thank you.
We learned so much from you. So guys, if you like this episode, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click that notification bell at mag-subscribe kayo. Huwag kayong nood ng nood lang para dumami yung ating mga episodes na ganito. Again, if you want, there's anything you want to tell Tita Baby, comment down below. Magbabasa kami. Huwag niyo na siyang i-bash. Huwag na kayo sa Reddit mag-comment. Dito na. Okay? Pag-usapan na.
Ko. Sabihin niyo sa harap ko.
But that's it for this episode. So thank you so much, everyone. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mare.
Thank you.